Hello everyone and welcome, I'm Michael B. I hope you are doing great today. If you're new to this channel, please consider to subscribe and or leave a comment. And while we're at it, smash that like button and the notification bell too. I will surely bring you more videos on simulation, survival and strategy games every week. If you've been here before, welcome back!
Well, hello there fellow farmers, welcome to a little showcasing of the new DLC we got from Farming Simulator, the Precision Farming, that's right. And I'm not really sure what the deal is here, because it says it's a DLC, but it's located under the Farming Simulator mods section, so we'll just download it as a mod, put it in our mods folder as we used to, and that's it. So yeah, anyways, I consider it as a extension or add-on to the current base game. So there we go. Now let's jump into the game itself. So where will we be other than here at Erlengrad? That's right, I thought it was appropriate place to test this out, because we got small fields and I know the diameter of the soil sample is not that great, so I'm not gonna do this on a 16 times map. That's just insane. We go into the shop, and first of all we need to see what the deal is here. What is that little drilly thingy? Miscellaneous, tools and miscellaneous, and it should be found all the way here. It says the Scout, 17,000 euros. We need that to drill some holes in the ground. Alright, and you put that on something, yes, and that something will be the XUV 865M, 22,000 euros. And well, it got 3 hitch on the back, and that little thingy-majiggy here on top, which is supposed to be the GPS that we are using for the soil sampling. Alright, well, let's see it in motion, in action. Here's the Gator and the Scout. That sounds like a beer company. Anyway, what is that? Well, this is the buildings that we need to put down in order to get the hired helpers to, you know, work proper, if they're going to help us with all this thingy-majiggy here. So we actually need to go into the shop, and we go on the miscellaneous, I think it is. There we are, the building with the RTK base station, and shit with the RTK base station. It should be some thingy-majiggy on top, right? That was a very peculiar sound for a gate. Well, anyways, there's the thingy-majiggy up there. And over here on the side, another thingy-majiggy. Does exactly the same, and just for a little more money you get a shed thrown into the deal. Right, cool, now we're set to go. So taking a look at our PDA, field 1, 2, 3 and 4 is where I've played around a little, testing things out and see what is this all about. And if we're gonna take a deeper look into this, then we have another tab up here, and that is the Precision Farming. Now I just want to note that this used to be the fertilizer layers, and this used to be the lime. So these are the two things that has been moved into the Precision Farming tab. Right, that's one thing. Another thing is, if you want to buy some properties, you used to, or lands, you need to press X. Right, we can do that. Now here comes a little cool part. If we find a field that we want to invest in or buy, we can click on it. What is that? Field info tells you the field number, how big it is, how small it is, the size of it. It says loamy sand, sandy loam, and silty clay. Now it says expected yield potential is 122. I guess it should say plus, because if we chose something that's negative, then it goes in the red. Like that. It also says minus 91, so maybe we need a little plus sign here. So we can expect a potential yield of 122 in average. The field next to is 101 and then 106. So actually, if we should invest in these 3 fields here, that would be pretty awesome. So of course we're gonna do that. There we go. That is where we need to play around today. Now up here, field 1, 2, 3 and 4. I've done the exact same thing, and 109%, 103%, 113%, and 122%. So we got a lot of loam. And well, oops, if we're gonna press on the Precision Farming tab up here, then we can see, well, actually we got a lot of loam. So here we got the soil types. We got the loamy sand, that's the yellow there. We got the sandy loam, that's the green one there. Then we got a lot of loam, that's the big markings out there. And then we got a little bit of a silty clay, that's up here and next to a mountain. So that makes sense. So that's how you do it. You drive around with the Gator, just worm inching away along the fields, just marking out the samples, and when we are done, completed all the fields, then we can send the soil for analyzing, and we're gonna get the results back. So I've already done that, but I'm gonna take you through the process. Now you know. Next up, pH value. Well, that is actually when we need to lime the fields. The next thing is nitrogen, and nitrogen is equivalent to the fertilizer stage. Now that'll be digestate, that'll be slurry, that'll be manure, or even the industrialized solid fertilizer that goes in here to show what state your fields are in. Now this is bloody red, and that's because I've done nothing to this field at all. That was my little test field. Furthermore, then when everything is set and go, you take a look at the yield when you have harvested all your fields. So that gives you a pretty good overview. Now, when you have done all this, then you can click on the field. That will show you an economic analysis of the particular field. Now it says here that we have done a lot of soil samples, we've given some lime, mineral fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, blah blah blah, soil seeds, fuel, even maintenance for your vehicles and your helper if you need to pay that. Total costs for all that work around 12,000, total earnings 80,000, so a total of 68,000 euros more or less. So I don't know if it goes for the max value or the average value where you can sell it on the map. I have no idea, but I would like a little more insight to all these numbers. Could go and look in the code, but yeah, a little more friendly UI, user interface, that could be so awesome. But I love it. Enough yapping about. I think we should just start from one end off. And yeah, we purchased field 25, 24, and 23. So we need to take our Gator. And we need to drive down to those fields and start measuring. Start measuring our fields. Or start to sample our fields. Let's raise it a little bit here. Alright, here we come. Yeah, I don't know how many road signs that's still left upright. It was quite tricky to get all your vehicles down there. There's not much room for any error on this map. Right, just before we start, I just want to mention that we need to use the minimap for a little overview here. We're gonna start the, or unfold little measure stick here. And if you see in the corner, then we got a green circle. And that is our radius every time we take a soil sample. Now accidentally I just took a sample right here, so that's gonna show some of the map, some of the field. But once this big beast has moved a little bit. No, you're not. No, you are not. Don't you unload into me. Jesus. So we try to align on this field, so we're gonna get as much of the field area every time we're gonna make a sample. It can be a little difficult to get going, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty alright. Something like that. It's gonna overlap because it's a circle, right? So we can't avoid any overlaps. So if we're gonna start something like here, and then we just press B. It takes a soil sample. And then the minimap gets updated with the brown circle, and we just move forward. Somewhere like, oh, see, now we're gonna get into an issue that they don't overlap anymore. So we'll take that into consideration. And B again. Now, of course, you don't need to have the whole area of the field marked out, but I like to do that just to make sure that I know 100% what kind of soil texture my field consists of. or soil type. I'm saying textures because that's the old term that I have been using. But I know it's something else in this game. But just bear with me. You can also call it soil complexity. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, and then you just map out field by field. So let me get back to you when we've completed all the 3 fields down here. And I think that's about it. Just a few more. Now some will find this a very tedious task and think, oh my goodness, it takes so long, why do we need to do this? You know what I do? Just sit back, relax, maybe put some of my favorite music on. Either the in-game radio channel or some music I got on some of the various providers. And then I just listen, relax, and just, yeah, enjoying this. Now we got all 3 fields now. We're gonna close this bad boy up. And then we're gonna get this out of here. And then we move on to the next step. So in here in the PDA, then we go to the Precision Farming tab and look at this. Now we can see soil samples have been taken. Well, we need to do something about these soil samples. So we need to send them for analyze. We need to analyze them. For that we go into the car and then we press Y. The soil samples are now sent to a laboratory for analysis. You will see the results on the soil types map soon. Alright. Well, then we just have to wait. We got the results. Yes. But now something strange has happened. I can't get rid of some of the HUD. This economic analysis, it won't go away. Just go away. Go away. I can't get rid of it. I don't know what I pushed. Anyways, let's try to ignore it and find the soil types. There we go. Look at that. So we got a little bit of a loamy sand soil here. And then we got some sandy loam all the way there. And then we got a lot of loam. That's pretty good because it gives us a good yield. And then we got some silty clay just down here next to the biogas plant. So that's how you're gonna get the different kind of soil types. Pretty awesome, eh? Oh, there we go. What did I click now? Oh, you click on the same thing. Ah, I'm getting so wise every day. Thank you. Right, here we go. It needs some lime. Yes, it does. We got a pH of roughly 5.75, and we need to go up a little bit further. I just want to cultivate everything so we got the same kind of texture on the field. Dum dum dum. Everything has been cultivated. Good. Now we got the same base. Because when we enter the field here, it's gonna show us. Zoom in. Yep, there we go. And we can see the colors is yellow. Alright. Which means we need to add some lime. Okay, so let's do that. Now, pressing F1, we got a little pH value lime application, and we can do it automatically. That's what its setting is now, or we can do it manually. I'm not gonna touch the manually settings right now because I'm not gonna mess everything up, but it's pretty cool. You can do it manually or automatically. Now it says if we do it automatically, then we can just press B and it'll start applying some lime. And you can take a look at the controls window, and you can see the bar jumping around. Where's a little flag? There's a little flag marking out the current pH value, and then what the goal should be, the racing flag or the finishing line flag, and that's what we're aiming for right now. So it says the application rate right now is set to 5.26 tons of lime per hectares. And that is on loam. And now it's just changed to loam. And then we need 4.38 tons per hectare. So depending on the soil type that we are driving on, then it changes automatically. And that's why you can do it manually, but then you really need to keep your eyes open. So I think that's pretty awesome. Now we are aiming for, of course, a neutral pH value, and that's around 7, as we can see here. So yeah, we just need to apply lime for all the fields. As we can see here, now we went over to the slurry department, or the nitrogen department, and they changed the colors because the composition of the soil is a little bit different. Now it says, again, nitrogen slurry, and as with the pH value, it shows us the current state and what we need as our goal. So let's try that out. I'm gonna start it up, and we're gonna apply. There we go. Exact the same deal. As we can see, the minimap is being updated, showing the yellow color. And why yellow color? It should be green. Yes, but here comes the little tricky part. Let's put it on hired worker and go in the PDA. Now we're gonna change this over here to nitrogen, and of course it says yellow, and we just went from, I don't know, just to nothing and 20 kilograms per hectare up to 120 kilograms per hectare. Now that is equivalent to the 2 fertilizing stages that we have over here, as we normally know about, right? So that's first and that's the second. So hopefully we're gonna get up in the green. That's the goal, at least. So that would make sense, right? Yes. Cool. So, and the yield, well, we can check the yield once we have harvested everything. You're blocked by an object. Oh dear God, why can't you just I don't know if you remember if you were doing slurry and you were just trying to straighten up like that, and you forgot to turn off, then it would pour out with slurry and use all you got in your tank. But look at this now. It doesn't start until you hit actually where the field needs it. Now it started. I think that's pretty awesome. So then you have no chance of using too much, because now it counts as regulating precision. Hence farming precision. I thought that's pretty cool. And the same goes for manure and also fertilizer. Yeah. So that's very neat. Oh no, this was not the deal. Stop. Oh, you. Really? You ruined my testing. Oh, come on. Ah, well, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll let you continue. The whole idea was not to put any fertilization on or do anything with that field. I mean, not even lime. Well, okay. I read somewhere that due to the 2 houses that we plunked down there, the hired helper would be 11% faster and more accurate. I don't know if it goes with 11% more unreliable. I don't know if that's a thing. I haven't had anything else but trouble with you guys. I'm starting to cry a little bit. And even further. Well, I could have kept a mile up for him, couldn't I? It's my own fault. Yeah. Okay, well then we're gonna do a little of a mix testing mash up, I guess. Some got lime, some got fertilization, some got none. Sure. Whatever. Whatever. So all the good slimy, stinky manure and slurry had the whole night to lay it around and do good for the fields. Now we're gonna start it up and change it to barley. There we go. Start you up, lower you down, and hopefully down in the minimap things should start turning green right about now. If everything should work as expected. Look at that. You know what that means? Do you know what that means? We did something right. We did something good. Yep. It means that the field has got exactly the correct amount of fertilization. Or nitrogen, if you would like that. And as you can see in the horizon, the hired workers still have a lot of issues with managing these fields, even though this is an in-game map, struggling quite a lot. I mean, they get the job done. Maybe not on the field they're designated for, but they're getting the job done. And I have no idea what that guy is doing over there. I've broken most of the fence all by now. Yep, another fence pole. 2, 3, 4 there. See, that goes all the way. Take 10 more. Yeah, beautiful. So on this field we're almost done. I have done the headlands with fertilizer, and now I'm doing the middle section here without fertilizer. So we're gonna see some pretty strange colors and patterns, but that's the whole idea, because I want to test if it works, if it's gonna show us how everything is tied together. I think it will. Well, let me put it this way. I know it will, because I tested it. I already did this once. So, yep. Oh, we have missed a spot right now. It's fine. Let's crank up time and, yeah, 120. I shall see you when the crops are ready to be harvested. And by the power of editing, we got 3 fields. Lovely, ready to be harvested with barley. Hooray! And look at that. Nitrogen, perfect. Okay, we're just standing somewhere. It's, yeah, it says, okay, say perfect. Say perfect. Perfect. Come on, perfect. Yeah, thank you. pH value, perfect. Nitrogen, perfect. Perfect. Perfect, okay, perfect. So the next thing is the yield. Yes, of course, this is orange. This 70% because we harvested all the barley that was here beforehand. Nothing was done to that field except the plowing stage was okay, but it hadn't got any lime or fertilization or whatsoever. Nothing tended, it was just staying here all alone. Nobody done nothing to it. So we are going to take care of that. We got our harvester over here. So in the harvester we're going to turn it on. The minimap's going to show us a yield when we get closer to the field. There we go. Yes, there we go. And it should leave a green strip if it's gonna have a good yield. And it does. Look at that. Happy and content. We're gonna get a good yield out of this. That is pretty awesome. Right. Alright, now I'm gonna keep you as my witness. We got an empty trailer. And we're gonna pick up the first load from this harvester. It should be around, I don't know, 50,000 units. That's a pretty good yield. And then we're gonna keep track of our yield so I can have some numbers I can compare. Yep, there goes the 50,000. The first 50,000. Alright, our first load, 105,000 units of barley. Where are we going to sell that? Well, let me see. Barley. There's the barley. So the supermarket for 727. Alright, just gonna write those numbers down. Oh, 228. Oh, it's going fast now. We need to hurry. Go, 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 go. Ah, gotcha. Right, let's check the price. 76,545. Alright, let's go for the rest. 35,867. 112,412 euros. Pretty good. Pretty good. So now comes the interesting part. Let's go in here and take a look at the precision farming tab again. Look at that. That is our yield map. That looks quite something. That looks a bit like I don't know, some computer game in 80s graphics, pixel maniac. Alright, and here comes the analysis. Soil samples, 800 euros. And then we got some mineral fertilizer. We got the manure, that's fine. Yield, yeah, that's the yield there. We need to compare it to the yield, 39,000. Alright, and this, we got 53,400. Yeah, I'm just gonna round it. And that one we got 100,000. Yeah, that's not the numbers I got. Somebody took something out of my trailer. Yeah, that would be almost 200,000 units of barley. We didn't get that. We got 145,000. So there's a difference in 50,000 units of barley. That's pretty much. So still, I don't know how these numbers they are being calculated. I would love to know, but it's the right direction. So I mean, we can just do a calculation as well. It's 25,000 euros, and that is 32,000 euros, and that is 64,000 euros. How can it be 64,000 euros? I think there's something wrong with the calculation. Do you calculate the whole area of the land value? Surely. I mean, this field is smaller than 24 and slightly bigger than 25. Yeah, this does not make sense. This does not compute. So the actual outcome of these three fields here, according to the economic analysis, that gave us 121,000 units. Not units, euros. Why do I keep saying units? Units received. What we just sold gave us 112,412 euros. Now we still need to sell one thing, and that is this one, the straw. So we could end up with a little more money. I don't think, well, 10,000. There's quite a lot of straw. It could be interesting to collect all the straw and see how much that's gonna give. Where's that gonna sell though? Where's that gonna sell? The best price for straw? At the barn, I guess. Yeah, at the barn. Let me just quickly collect the straw. 54,000 units. I keep saying units, I'm sorry. 54,000 euros for that straw. So actually we ended up at 163,000 euros of income, which is a little bit more than the 145,000 that was estimated. Now I don't know if those numbers include the straw. I guess not, but even so, we earned more than it was calculated. And without the straw, we earned a little less. A few percentages, I think it was 7% or something. That's not that bad. So it's yeah, it's kind of cool economic analysis. And as I said before, I would like a little deeper look into how these numbers are calculated. I did look through the code, but I need to look deeper into that. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, that was the showcase of the precision farming. A very welcome addition to Farming Simulator 19. At first I didn't know what to expect, and there was not a lot of information since the first announcement back in August, and I became a little cranky, and I became a little angry, and just I was gonna screw everything up again. But actually this time around, pretty impressed, I must say. I am pretty impressed. So my recommendation is, if it's something for you, just go do it. It's free, it's DLC, it's on Mod Hub, it's on Giants in-game Mod Hub as well. So just go ahead and download it, add it to your game. And with those words, I thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, then please take care, stay safe, and be cool. Bye!